your background your conversation on facts. Obi will never allow distraction through unnecessary heckling, bickering, niama. Will state the facts as they are. Niama decision making no aye Ghana ni no or kotoaba no nedie. But we'll do it with all the passion we have in us, and we'll deploy strategies that will ensure that the last voter would hear what Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia has to say before we find the ballot. Voter ID card.
But you said in that post, sir, your opponent will not see it coming. What's I can say? Under you, no build the most sophisticated communication infrastructure. Why a dana obey would the machines be free baby banner?
Oh, you see, there's something about power, and the United of Abida. Utumi dum pempensubi. Na power a build the bubble be around you. And I'll tell you here, the level of persecution, the level of harassment, and I say it with all, the level of harassment, the level of abuse. Some citizens of this country, you have no idea. A lot of them simply because the government of the day feels say any idea. And these are people are no more opposition. You know, fierce argument and debate. Today, some of them they are in power and they don't want to hear anything other than praise. Obi, you need to meet na ni abwe kufa do chisa ye pia ni tsebonta ni asre. And some of them they don't want to hear anything else. When you say anything they have to come after you in so many ways. They are tearing people apart. They've turned some people upside down in this country. You have no idea. That is what power does to you. Because as you do all of this, you are forgetting, say you're already in August.
Yes.
August is ending. We'll September. What time near then? Even if your party remains in power, you have no guarantees of as you treat other citizens in a certain way, you have to watch the clock. I'm not one of the people who say tables will turn. I'm one of the people who say treat your citizens, treat your fellows the way you would want to be treated. That's all. That's me. That's what my principle is. And sad babu, is what sometimes makes people with power, and all of us have been a victim before, feel say you're untouchable. At some point, Obi, to me, I was saying, Ukra nipa 70 million in tamba or the back of Wabano. Yaka deunti. Yabeka bibia unti. And that is what I mean by they will not see it coming. Because they're already in the bubble. A lot of the people in this government, they are already in the bubble. They are already there. In fact, there are people in this government who say, oh, debut. Maybe don't want to be in power. Open to be on to me. Okay, there's oh, David. And they will tell you, say, sure, what strategy a war? You deploy. You know, didn't come over a demo up. I didn't be more.
You would win the 2024 election with superior
strategy.
The NDC
would never. Yes. And society, Hannah, if I say 8th December 2024, you lose elections. Yes. So that kind of bubble, is what usually people. And you see, as human as we are aware. Those in government they are aware, but we are human. Until as much as you may try, still I want to me and show also. Now, maybe, and that is where we are. That vulnerability, is where we are going to exploit. That spot is where we are going to hit. Because I'll tell you something, Obi. Okache Nkole was university, secondary school, so mobile university. Ubeti on fees are more free. Why am I more cobra? Munyeska wa refund. Ebi muswa omo ntumi nyeska amfa mano. Omo de omo katene fie kra. Waje so omo de omo katene fie kra, omo ntumi amba kra. Uwia na waka kire sankrofo we say oh, the outcast say yama and one yama. So that's the bubble we are talking about. Because only because of our bemuno, not doing you say they are occas or yamon, forgetting say Papa no video no. And the man was clear or say on who the NTR and Colano ye in year 4 moko secondary school. Now omu year secondary school, no ba ombedu university. Yes, omo ko brem peska. Now onono Oben making sure say uwie secondary school na unya admission na they all here na for bag obe tua wo fees na my university no as grant obi the video is there okay with UPSC but say what to say me can't say me this is the almost like the 100th time amaka say we anytime be make bia no say what to say this for say oh but say yeah because omo rare school ni mu wie no ye refund obi do you know the number of children omo to be anko university in the last 2 batches and these are children na omo ni omo busu afọ koye line eto aba e ma wo because na wa shop bo se ono wenye wie school ni nko ade do hia ne se obefa ne bag no de aiden odiako school. Now for such a family you think say obakoto abama because what say woman refund obi refund no me the senate loan e school senate loan na me University of Ghana me ma me kwaje bosia we di bi ne GCB na ye kotu fees enti uremu a na wa apply to senate okope guarantors be 3-4 bi udu be latter pass first semester na say early second semester wo ho abeti say loan number o senate for do sika ma megia na me de koma ma me no da ko tuatua bosia na okoje ye no waje foforo. It has always been there. But Obi, do you sincerely look me in the eyes and tell me say I no promise NDC abanye? That was not the promise. Almost say no stress fee. No stress fee. It means that no omo acknowledge say nkola no go through stress and so much my den enyeska okay amweni. Gentleman yo wie adeso. Onya all A's and so na wakatire fee no ntumi nko school no. Adeta na otifie. When you're all A's or the free SHS local school, you know what cutting fee. So somebody like Amweni, even though NPP are buying M free senior high school, no, Obi, respectfully, he has no choice than to go and queue and vote for NDC. The reason is that when we are secondary school now, the money free, no, or share going into the future between any NDC, no, NDC was the party that was promising them free to the level 100. For which reason, Okoto Abama Emam. Afio to Obama wo na oba be mu a mami ko school free a osi o kope bosia na kutua na senyame ya wadon na nya bosia na utua na wura school ni wi a na wa apply. Obi, do you know how difficult it is for those typical poor people now omunti na the policy dey buy no for them to even get a loan of 1,000 Ghana cedis? The ya kra ne say Obi san kole yi omo say wura school yi mu ni omo kole level 200 we increase your fees by 35% as we speak. Even the whole hostel na 6,200 Ghana cedis and na 7,800 Ghana cedis. But say the bia ye betena ha. What is saying this for ne ka che me say min kama nuntum na the seso mo ye no maye. That is the bubble. Obi sa bubble no be say ye nyina we been in it before. They are in such a huge bubble. Omo nte hwe the omo tia ne say ye wo power. Forgetting say asem na me ka che wo no. Che me one aspect of idea ma ka che we en ye fact. Wo ka che cocoa farm say wo ba every cocoa farm obe two borehole now the polytank is here obi video no hole and yes say yeah try what kind the video is there. So when I tell you we are going to deploy
he didn't mean it in the literal sense.
No, that's exactly no, it's not kind, it's okay you.
No man kasa wan kasa, but I'm saying say bia he didn't mean it in the literal
sense.
Say every single cocoa farm. But that cannot be possible.
No, but say no can I said yamba baby omo kan na it couldn't be possible I can ya no omonti. I mean no ne fellas kwacho for suneti ya honorable. Yet ya me catch and say there is nowhere in the world that the entire country run 24-hour economy or say possible. Man can say impossible.
One district, one
every cocoa farm.
No, but that's what he said. Into by saying, obey no communal now, obey your boho no communal cocoa farm bakwa and didn't obey. But we're here. Polytank in this way. You know, there are a lot of impossible things. I won't kaya. You catch it or more. I'm catching and say, yeah, boy. My money you want to say okay. In fact, I mentioned another impossible thing. Or call that credit or your manifesto land. Once it's okay, say boomerang, disco. I'm running 24.
Winnie
I once it's okay say. Oka say if any say disco be run 24 hours. Want to say him sa clock no. Oka say agenda 133 obia be didi peche one job 3 people one job 3 one thing.
So far for position now country obi so file
ye me far forms.
Okay.
Ti me say bia make say bi ono so no kwan so ko file.
Okay. But is it something or set it out no you had in mind say obeko unopposed?
Debbie say obi yes he be nomination ye beto aba nti they are preparing for elections nti all the teaming young people who say omo around nyina ye nkrofo they put themselves in readiness say ye be call elections but as the days go by ye di ye nkomo to adwen no we say obia no we interest obeko elections ni bia no e one objective.
Yes.
To make sure say NPP be win the next elections. nti wakasa so ye introspection nti wo ma wo ti we asa wo say oh em say menin me hwe me wona me hwe we em say no betumi edi enimu akontem you know nti na omodo mo ho abebata nti eno na ama ase ye ko yedum nyana de do na abebekan ho ye ko yedum nyana de do na abebekan ho but ya de ameka say me set it out na me say me ko no maybe it's a context you know it's except that we say people don't get it and then ye kasana it seemed to be say as a me ko no pose no and ya dia endra pen by years of hard work me catch them for say on pose is the most difficult thing to attain in a contest because I don't know you have to convince people say first of all ubetumi aye adwuma nam ye and secondly say one no kwa ubetwa no and that fam say a big me fan say gamble na nipa no ye take it to convince all these people especially in a party like NPP millions of membership na omunyina to me say you fa ya ho den tawachi na kono for me it's very humbling and it's also a very huge responsibility at the bedding kesi upon to me so because it means that I cannot feel the masses. I cannot feel the party.
Yeah, because I mean, so far, two statements from Nipebi Omudin Ba said they would want to contest. My statement from Gordon Asaribedia. My statement from one, I think, Baby Brinya, something Brinya. Our Munano indicated some step in and through support behind EU. Did you talk to them and convince them to do that? And I say, out of their own volition.
In total, Assad, me funny said last week Friday, there were 29 people. I know more interested somewhere around it to be 29
for national communication.
Yes. 29. Almost two no there. Gordon name Joseph. The almost those that actually you saw on social media. No. But 29 people are no more interested across the country. Some of them former deputy ministers. There was even one former minister. You know, some of them former regional communications director. There was one, former regional secretary. You know, a lot of people. In fact, 29 in total. And I may, omuni me dim come. Oh, I know a friend. No, so don't come pese me call. But me did say, I say organically, no, the party seems to rally around you. You know, Masisa Madrid, Meta Wichi. You know, and there were a few other senior members as well. Me, I'm far from free. I mean, I say, Matisse say you want to run. So we call the amenko because we are senior. You know, but Ejumana wo pese we win na be no. Me pese me yes Ejumana, but me gidi say senka wo ma me kwan na me kwa. Say ni na betumi dia to akwan mu. Wo hwe na say my dream pon na me wona be boa party na oja na menko. Because me pese me no be kwa kensi. We me pani. Se me ka se me no kwa kensi a me ntumi me nya sa ho keka no. Nti be ka o house you medre ho. The next me one of afafo no afre me. Miracles be better watch no wako. In all those that I am aware say don't compare some running 29. You know, 29 of them. And
that's a lot of
yes, that's a party no so. Obi, party no so. 276 constituencies. So I just say na 10% cry or 10%, emu 10% ka se constituency 10% ka so be running. You can imagine the number. So and obi also e will be to the aboa party no. Nti say nipa ne to wa no nya atenka ne say me wo bibia metumi the aboa party na o ho kwan so de obetu ne ho asi but you know competition no it's not just about the ballot on the day, the discussions so what ton wadwen kire amma nipa na manate was no and no so very important. There are some flag bearer aspirants and me frɛ omo ebi so am come ho ebi kwa no mu ni Ghana me from no kasa say this is what I want to do in the interest of your party no na yefamboa your flag bearer no omo tie me. In fact, one very senior flag bearer will be say me a lot of questions. You know, na me feel senka we ke ni say we no plan here den me church wants oh na me nim say net here say na we say church mu say net here na meta wachi because lanka my mama say nipa we ba me ho senka obe kontika me boa no but only me akasa dey odeko. A lot of interactions have gone around, but you see the humility the capacity to even reach out to these senior members and people to even have conversations with them. It's part of the of metrics now. It's a ticket for who should lead our comms architecture, because as a communications director, no, dear, nipa ba ku no say what party no na yaka wo. Nipa ba ku ni ho. Nipa ba ku kra, say oni obia edi nkomo. Say oni obia edi nkomo, because on day-to-day basis, no, wo direct narrative, no. Nti obi pe bibi onti bibi ase opadwenche opeso hu bibi ase for so to me frɛ wo so obi a opeso ka bibi odi bibi to ye ese wo to me frɛ no nti meme de obi oni me bia obi kura so oni me uni say me I'm not emotional about anything. I can come out as passionate as possible, but I'm not emotional about anything. Nti me obi a me a lot of people me din komo bebre obi bebre meetings ye mai bi pa ukasa okeka bomu an nka me call country no round kran koma kwaba. You know, just to get people to understand and see the vision, you know, see what we are looking at, the bigger picture, and how the bigger picture will benefit all of us at the end of the day, you know, and that's what has brought us to where we are today. And it just didn't come. Say we'll be correct to say it came out of hard work. And don't forget, this is on the back of years of showing working. Yeah. So party rewarded hard work. Yeah, sure, you know, 2020 August. And I'm starting some mainstream frontline communication. 2020 August, so it looks like yesterday. But for the last 6 years, I don't think so will be where a party will be to many media change. Say, may apply me home to the best of my ability. I have made friends as a result of frontline communication. I've made enemies as a result of frontline communication. I've put myself out there in the line of fire for the party. And the party people recognize it. And that is why obi why na just obekọ na kasa was you know me hwe me hona me hwe wo there no kremu pa there you've applied yourself over the years, and that's
deserve it more than I
exactly do. And that's where omunya gidi omi mu say obi you were very young, talented and vibrant team. You'll be surprised some of the things you see being done I guess no more money. Sometimes you may think say no very young people, but the good thing is when they say these young people are willing to learn from more manante sa kwan so pen. So I just say okay, chairman general say I know a communicator first. Until you know me chairman am matede because they never hear me. What I just say, and the team are willing to learn from people like John Bodu who have done this over the years and they've walked the path. It is a blend of the experienced, you know, people, no, with the young, vibrant, talented people now, is what will make us very. We are building a very diverse, a very solid team. Firepower. That's what we are building. And see, party for the nyajidi, ewo yemu say yebeye yesese to make sure that the party will come to power. We'll do it without fear or favor. You know, we'll do it without, like I said, we'll remove this NDC government respectfully. Yebe too respectfully.
You know, it's an onerous responsibility because coming back after losing power for one term, it rarely happens.
Yes, but you see, it's also how we simplify and underestimate the power of the voter. You know, there was a timer, the historic figure for a loss was about 1 million votes. 2016, and people thought it could never happen again. In this country, we share statistics, electoral statistics. A lot of people thought, there was never going to be a time where 1 million loss
vote difference,
and then now we saw 1.7.
1.7,
and the 1.7 people also think that they are untouchable because they done 1.7, forgetting that before them there was an unprecedented 1 million. That tells you how fluid the Ghanaian voter is. And I keep saying, the Ghana no kotoba no on train say about we failure as we to know. Sembre no so na say kotoba 2028. They are looking at between the two candidates who has the capacity to move the country to the next level. Omu no. Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia and the NDC didn't ban. Why? And I'm pempen so I 2028 no. The news wadi hu. Ene ni nim di owo no ebetumi apagya aba and amina de akọ nanim. The Ghanaian people will not go and vote and simply say NDC for mobile aba akuntim sambre David. And that's not what they will say. In fact, if they will say anything, they will say NDC no ban ye hu ne suban da ye dim nto ntwen kakra ansa ne enkere nansa ne ma Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia ye hu ne pen no ombra be ne de no ye den onko. Enti those who should be worried in 2028 the government of the day, because who and our one bonoma one our buy we fairly teacher, we fairly nurse, we fairly truck drivers, fairly young people, young unemployed people. You should be worried. For us, all we are going to do is to expose your inefficiencies, hold you to account, and then show the people what Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia can do for the people.
The question is, the NPP's brand is now in a downward spiral. And if he said that brand has to be restored, it will be restored with a fresh face. Ubi owo nenimye du ubi okasa amanfo etie. It will not be restored with the same old face. And Ebiaka said that is why they need one of the aspirants apart from John.
So not old face. That's a new face.
Yes, so may a national office other.
No, on your campaign manager.
Why a campaign manager?
No, new and old. On your minister. So we shed character.
Yeah.
And the okay, they just say a copy angel be no obey you.
Sir.
Yeah, you been Sunny Panaway. Because one, Sammy Crab or contest, why original chairman there.
Yes.
And the Ubia named you. Why second vice there?
Yes.
Ubia named you. They are no on your new, on your extraordinary. On your beer or ye be beer and I fit into brand now can.
Nippon Maboni Boache Jaco.
Okay, there, Baby. I will me know the Oman count.
That be mentio mudi in association with that.
Okay. And Boache Jaco.
The discipline.
Because look, wait. My eye can bro for the cake. So, first of all, by a contested presidential.
Yes.
We are 5 assessors.
No, first we are 9.
Yes. Okay. No be a campaign manager. Campaign manager no or this we no buy. Say they okay. What the okay then you be a new ayen who no on the position da. And I would the position that's you are disqualified. Is that what it is? And sir discipline now cannot happen with him. This happen with him. And then the powerful floor, you know, a party. Said you'll be sent by. We are partying in there, court National Council, and take a decision. The party is right.
You have to abide by the decision.
Now, got to argument. Now, lose argument now. Now, back out, call radio station. Echo Casa, now you say, oh, a discipline.
Asempa FM.
Nipaya, okay, or your minister. And this our branding, no, all kind of, if even. And you cannot,
with him as leader, the party will be appealing
to
the middle class.
When I made the ever appealing to farmers, oh, maybe to it. There may cases in say, my brand and your brand. Because they are okay there. Minjini say will be a party more or be fitted that bill. And sometimes my more being say, you see, for me, can Nanka or Mumbu be na wake us or policy advice. This thing, on it. Akufo-Addo 7 when ye and you see can ena obi yamane post na why ye aye bibia say ye di sa tag na ebe ya then we'll discuss but yan go for any old face you need new face the person face your old. So how do we even judge the person? Because we've been in this party
you in party leadership.
Then now you're leader, this is how we post and say why you discipline. Who you discipline? Now you're leader. Who be leader? Who to mean all of a sudden become discipline? So let me tell you. Me who baby as I did efi. Me in my honest view. And I haven't even heard from any of those people talking about ensuring discipline. Oh, Dubai, I just to near for 20, not discipline. Sane Kano. de me hu a emboa ma discipline emba bebre no even the long process of our disciplinary process say obi bibi na o petition bi gensi na o tro koma general secretary o say general secretary train near national executive committee na national executive committee in 3 months determine the prima facie case of the petition. We are going to take a decision. You are referred the amount disciplinary committee. Disciplinary committee is to Juma. Also, chair. We are not any recommendation. On to implement you. Also, the break general secretary. That general secretary is so chair. National executive committee. It is sometimes 6 months. Na obiaye bibi. And no na measure says our constitutional provision of redress. Any disciplinary procedure, a crime ben you first ever shorten. Shorten in a manner yen trample on the rights of individual. A major issue. We need to strengthen the powers of the National Council of Elders of our party. Because as part of their duties, they are also responsible for settling disputes. Any disputes in they call disciplinary committee. There are certain disputes I can tell you on authority, some disputes are abba. Young Franco disciplinary committee. You refer to National Council of Elders. Almost solve a problem crime here calling him. You understand? It's almost rule no. Or say you strengthen on. Na me adom yabaye almost started linking up with the Regional Council of Elders. I will ensure say Regional Council of Elders and so ever linking up with Constituency Council of Elders. Because some see what constituency, you need to be a friend and national in this party or regional. Nipa know you're a member of a constituency. It is a strengthen, and that will also require the caliber of people we send there as Council of Elders members. Oman a Council of Elders and partner. So we'll look at all those things. These are the systematic way of ensuring that you make sure say what to me at the discipline. Obi ya dia enche near take decision. One so no on your beer, several time be an eye bitter be as a BBB and all that. So that if you are taking the decision, we take a decision without fear or favor to anybody. This is the surest way of ensuring say there will be discipline in the party. But they are more can as a chess when you know all the discipline. Now you say I call a bonnet on one year penny bonnet. Yes, auntie, I really don't see. And me, I have only uncle far a friend is saying. Obi, we can't tell you what I said. Oh, open it, do. Ah, I said, uncle far a friend is saying. Emir of Sokotomre. Same me example wa ha na bubuwefu. Go very me. There I said say. Party dey be run obi a o. Party you need a chairman, obi a betumi akọ nanim. Titi na chairman or chair meetings no. Ekam FM. Na kunya chairman na nanim adu. Utumi nkọ nanim. Asamo ba utumi nkọ no. Utumi me ba ye na me be ya ade. Your point, you saw what happened there. You have a good feel. Oh, we want me bedroom. We want me say. We want me say. We want about. We be a cocky kitchen. We go didi. Go na chairman to go the fear. Then we do. We be then a party in my head. In my oma be to nyom wo ho. And I made your mo be ko na omo da so wo ho. Because me yes someone said to omo e bi enso mo ni omo ni said e ti bi amesaba me kono na go nya chairman wo bo ne pon akraman gaw wo go say say na nemu edu ase ne say na nemu edu dey akoti asori bi ana bibi sai we are talking about political party o say ade no e political na e party o na che say nijie wom o party e wo say nijie pem o say o feel o chairman o say you feeling nkofo to be bound chain so who take a decision? Yes, you are firm. Also take a decision. No? But yes, when we do that, then, company. Now you do me bow. Yeah, but just say, Bissau, quiet 3 months, near to me home. As anything. The Amoka can criteria move you so. One person will go party, no. Oh, be service as a question, one person will go party, no. And because you what, Yapa, now if you so chairman, who to me calling him. Me kwa po na say your friend I mean fe that's the chairman better no friend nipa usuro no then I be all ya report now so be 200
Ubetimi.
I come send a message say chairman hey why can't get over to police station. In politics, we are in politics to address concerns of people. Address concerns of armed robbers, address concerns of thieves, address concerns of prostitutes, address concerns of farmers, address concerns. Men, you say, oh, emergency will be. It doesn't matter. We are not in a moral industry. Yeah. We are in an industry of getting people to vote for us. Mm-hmm. We are in an industry to make sure, say, biare juma or yeno. You bet to me say, nya. You be creating opportunity to convert a juma na enyane to a juma papa na enyina ya koyeni. That is what we do as a party. And then it was amazing. Just say, me jina okra say, the only day about me trim. Who say 2016, you launch a manifesto no na you call year rally or trade fair. Yeah. That scene I see, you know. Now, Yamin so when one said that day, if it had not rained a little, can call for be.
Trade fair.
Trade fair.
Yeah, no, I think it was a massive final rally.
It was. And your final rally, no, your lunch, your sanko, your final rally. Yeah,
but that one was mega. The final rally.
But we super mega.
Oh, okay.
The lunch here manifest. It was great. That's what I saw. Because. The party office, like I said, and yes, a host per se. It brings memories of those times 2003, 2004, a top party officer. Now I could do baby. Nyame adrebe national organizer of the party. Now for you to meeting crowd and now say or say just say sometimes we'll be frail crowd. Na jombo do executive we na de bia egu enma sometimes ye meeting say na radio station epic in life steering committee went to hell and I don't wish any executive wherever to have a situation where there's a misunderstanding between executive and presidential candidates. I don't think that it is healthy because we could have died. Like, one guy at Tuluk, you born in same headquarters. Nancy and Ouye. And yet, Adams, Mama and Juano, the condition to which Benjamin Adam, Council of Elders near party paying for taking decision. You take you over my additional responsibility. We were able to calm the situation. Need winning for the first time, just as your friend said, Dennis Kawahano. Put a winning, you know. It didn't come by fluke.
That 2016,
you know. And then one of the contestants say, made a new plan for power by new winning.
That was the question.
That's a new plan for power or the Oja.
Yeah, because I say we take it over in that acting capacity. Now on my parliamentary primaries across the country, no my presidential primaries, now very seamless. Into almost prepare grounds for the victory. As no
Ucha Ankagua no way die. Ucha Ankagua no way die. The last election year, presidential election year, never fine for parliamentary election, never fine for vote in primaries. No crowd by year, no year polling station, no year electoral area, no year constituency, no year region. Yen ya to about my national na Sir John Wire Edomina. And we
a national organizer.
Yeah, I was a national organizer of the party. Yeah, young answer no mufi on a manifesto. Answer no mufi hono. Now logistics and vehicles in the also a demand constituency a bini ho. Answer no mufi on not general orientation. Also a Yema constituency region and polling station. Obianye. Answer no mufi hono. Na the coalition planner. Sa plan oja ho.
So now a new plan.
Why if oja na document no whatever. Why? Man didn't draw. It is never right. Say
it's a fact, sir. They have done the parliamentary primaries and the presidential primaries. You as an executive,
I'm the national officer, national organizer of the party.
Sure.
Now, Ucha, Anke Egu, I know it's dying. And the fact that Yabeye parliamentary primaries, presidential primaries, and just the way we need elections. Oh, I'm giving you a typical example of the same new patriotic party. Abra Yaya parliamentary, Akoye, presidential Akoye, results in the constitution. Until anybody sitting somewhere and Minister Kasa. Because for us to develop, look at what happened to us in the year 2012. Even we didn't even know some of the police stations or non-police stations. And so police agents are saying, what it means is that enough training did not go into making sure we pulling agents, knows what he's doing. Collation plan. This is the first time in the history of our country where a political party, not even in government, in opposition, it may develop a robust system. Does he know how we went through we did even mock elections? Now, what we went through. It got to a point. He said, who NPP or TV so no doom TV no.
Oba also one can say man for no. Isi Bonnie.
Their video no.
Go for Jane no see.
See Bonnie saying if we are the IM go too into your kind. What the bitch no. There make cases when they say. Because if we had the party leadership had not taken the decision, I don't think that would have even gotten 100 seats. Because we need 26. Even if we're winning, every day we are in the news for wrong reasons. National security and the police, Abe Parky Amoka were headquarters permanently. Asylum down office, no, permanently. You have to be a steering committee at that office. You have a steering committee or airport view. Now you have a war. I say Iran, America. We have high security, and that is a new plan. That was a new plan. Yeah, what Jahako Waba? Yeah, you so at the young kwa at the risk of our lives and our career. Don't come and insult us. Don't come and insult us.
But he may have been stating.
Please, do you know how we even raise money? We develop what we call adopt the polling station concept. As if we were in government. Raise enormous resources. Look, before 2016, 2012 campaign, you call Lizzie cars and the mark constituency for. You two about we, now see the cars and go back. One of them all campaign so be buy my mama cars, why your bicycle cry am farmer. We have to. Do you know how we struggle to even get resources to buy vehicles for the 2016 campaign? What is this? At the end of the, please, I mean, purpose now, you understand? You know that they are coming in. Me friend saying me and a year. I don't seek to claim any credit whatsoever. But for somebody to sit somewhere, having run the party, I want to be in a meeting, keke you to be there. You to be in a meeting. To come back to say the plan be to honor. What plan was the whatever? Oh, okay, one of the plan is jaro.
What's a plan or the core campaign? And the core catcher party for a plan of me winning election.
It's plan or the campaign or the man.
That one I will not know.
What but your plan will be?
No.
No, there was no plan anyway. Please, no, you're in your way. The awesome year is where we are. Those are our sister seats here, make it can. Mefe be out on also. Presidential candidate Befe be out on also. General Secretary Befe be out on also. Other prominent members of the party with proper targets. Yeah, the Bemomo. Aye, who ejuma dynamics ye wo ye de nyina amomo eno maye enti enkoye chairman and then chairman, yes, those times are. And even those times, cry, yeah, can cry no. Now go for somebody, dear chairman, no one said any is a hoe. Who's a back when nobody chairman, I don't know what they say 55, 56, maybe this 57.
Oh, okay.
In team, I have a national chairman, no, it 48. That is 20 years ago. No, 47, Pope. Obi can say in team, sir. Now, me, I go through the mail. I want dinner so, Nyansa, no, I drain no, I brass no, strategy no. Just how you mean, as a chairman, a year.
Unya bibia in one.
Ice a cocktail.
Everything in one.
Ice a cocktail. A bonus for the party.
But the question
a bonus for the party because Mami can be in. Well, a friend is saying, miracle.
Yes.
Me and Cassam
communicator, sure.
Me boy omo ya set agenda because you see, yeah. Bisa NPP communicators throughout the country. Say omoko radio station agenda ben na ya set ya omoko discuss. Omo agenda ya na NDC agenda. Na be dey win elections Abraham to me set agenda. Yeah. Sika wo yo medi e be say 60 million. It's our own
51 million.
50 share. It's a. So 51 billion we need elections. Because we always bring it in the four banner. Or in the front banner. Because a issue and this is for to solve until me banner can be there. No one America. Me ya developer and you want what you me oh gangantwa wanchendi. America die koi. Say your mama say Kofi Juma akoto apetesi aboka. Into on TV da. Not on gold aboka. Why not on gold? E we asi mo aboka da. What be that? There be Oma yeah we encross here we blacksmith ne omo mo dealing gold in there man. Who be on gold aboka da?
No, that's a simplistic point to make.
And they say
because the
one will be or yeah best our founder and now you metro our founder. Are part of the job? So be your tongue go there. We are the boka. Say I say anything. No, say over man.
Domestic gold purchase program.
And right there.
Since its inception, there have been losses by incremental. This time, across but there have been losses throughout. The nature of the program.
May say the papa was also
what on gold about that.
Not by whatever. No, so be at one petition abokada. A petition by Nguda.
Egu.
Then na Kofi Juma koto a petition abokada. A president.
Now the issues are more investigated because of aboka.
And no.
Okay.
And yeah, no issues are investigated there. Everyone almost so Yoko Hono, why you don't invite them now? And you did it because the inviting video that they are charging. You understand? It's so between to happen to Shiboka, Nayo Mama, and then how to talk go to Boka. We no, I see I call a personal. Now, me over this come on, why do we even entertain this conversation? Say we a government appointee. Now obi be blackmail you. Who train who company ni boka we are and so have catch. This is something that and this nipani deep 30 minutes go our office. So obi is an extortionist. Who evidence? Also no move found court. We a lawyer ni sana no. Who accuse me? Na me mo me ade wa court ko prove say me the all can anya no kre. Sana e tell mo?
No.
No, a total responsibility. So one who be pa minority leader waba abe blackmail you. No one can watch minim say last year no year yo, say last 2 years so, say last 4 years so, say last 5 years so. Oh ba be catch because wabeka say well ton go daboka. Now we are entertaining this. And a argument. How is that possible? How is that possible? Where debate on? Yeah, debate. Not just a who now we are more woyɛ aban nipa no obi abɛyɛ bɔne na watena ho a na wo kofi anayɛ den because say no crepa tinti na otwen na aka
na okay
so it yeah argument I was here na Ghana because they okay see a shifty conversation from gold ayaton aboka yehu se gold board the board kano se Bank of Ghana na put ogum hwegumu enye kwansen ba ko ye mu me this argument about enye gold board Bank of Ghana no eye Togo for dia omo boka ho na tua I don't see any argument whatsoever. What was that? Yes, our conversation. This is the kind of conversation we should be having. Now you shifty argument, because raise okay. Where bank say a gold bar purchase to them, boka na ya boka. So Bank of Ghana boka dia, yeah. What is this? With me as national chairman.
You join.
I will redirect the conversation.
The conversation.
What you said Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. You see, who your chairman na, who presidential candidate, so who wana adwen pa na ubetume wuama ne kakra eboa. Because who your chairman now they are ubetete ho a. Umpe ho fia. The feeling in our presidential candidate. Mind you, John Boy do need the redeem and babalo papers.
Paper so yes.
And the feeling in our say John Boy do fa. If you are not prepared to do that, you don't deserve to be there. Because me tia say Bawumia ako sorry for no more inviting no. Omo inviting say or scientist in Tiomra. Omo invited to say or a farmer anti omra. Omo invited to say or a politician, a presidential candidate of the new Patriotic Party. Who invited us to also make preach or home? What the kind of politics? It's for Bawumia to have gone to the church and asked because they are pertinent questions. I was a President Mama answer. Because the eka. Into who the chairman or so chairman. President Mama yet town, because since you thought with the place or not they share it so. So they were saying, no finding their plane or the court no about and all that. Until the young time said that ain't yan papa. Nyamia doma menya wa idea. Coca change of mama say, or the cocoa farmers say promises almost mine. Politank name by borehole my kakra so a yedi betwa yenum kakra no so edo so kra producer price no mate so because mo be catch and say mo my 6,000 plus and then no and do 4,000 until you kwa catch and say what the enka also be automatic placement ukwa I say don't get catch it don mama say all the students in a car who say ubeti petrol so and a petrol no even though dollar rate our form it is said even is higher than the previous one. Explanation beyond my into explanation why the dollar is down, the oil price international market price and cost rubia yet the quickly baby we can quiz polling station say no credit Brian, meaning Brian, na go for as far back as 1997. Now me national service for 98.
Oh, okay.
The national service for in Kwetia Secondary School. Till those times now, no age madam from. All the presidential, I've never been part of his team. I've never. You call chairman for your meeting on my friend. Kumasi Diana. Then I had a lot of friends who were former MCs.
Yes.
Also, almost Bob Brian Ho. Some of them I was looking for them. So me file and you know I fire. No more says minda the following day. My Bob Brian any meeting. Brian or NDC?
No.
So we continue. Sometimes I cannot fake crowd nobody declares or person contest. Then I was given the opportunity. I spoke and told them I want to contest as national chairman. End of business. Asa. This is story way. Okay, you know that. An open meeting. If you ask the 230 something MMDCs, open meeting, I opted that not just because of Bepe National Chairman, I will remain neutral. But behind him, I lost 2022 election primarily also because most of the presidential candidate thought that say to my Nigerians here, me support Bawumia. Me boy. So what change? But me penny nya fe na ye contest na me be Marco. And I know them say this question about say GFK win na me win ya. How am I going to I then a private company in here for
no
delegates there to aba. So say job we do your chairman GFK your general secretary. Who problem any there? Sebi ye ohoyi Akufo-Addo 98 only Akufo and contest.
Yeah.
That contest cry bitter. Akufo win here. Oh yeah no Attorney General. Later foreign minister. In fact, your core cabinet. Omo ne Akufo-Addo contest 2018 baby Osafo Damboche Akmo Busajima friends the Akpans no ni cabinet but you the board chairman for Cocoa board friend is saying you know cabinet the problem na me GFK wa the only thing is that we contest our election asa since I contest election and no until what you talk about me as chairman, me role is different. Or general secretary, me role is different. The only thing I need to do is to compliment his effort. He also compliment my effort. Asa, something doing any Juma, I'm calling me private business. And you mention I me determine say when you. It is party people. I don't really. And don't name me pa name me Juma Maya. Ne Oma me no my Juma. Me nyo be am king kan me Juma so. You ask Sami Oku, ask Nana B, ask Aziz Futa, ask Kate Jenfua, ask Rita Sobaye. Even ask my national chairman, Freddie Blay. Nidiu or chairman, what's a medemano? I know part two when if he committee a say no. Ye film, Frey count, ye film, ye count. Mr. Member, I remember say we see where you from. That is the decision. Then we move on. Sana. Me every I know there any issue, any issue. But I could be New York, okay, can't sound baby who say, oh, okay, can't serve that. They make your questions. I'll be Sammy. Member car will be our home. But some of course will not cry. Mete I say me here. Oh, never chanty. Opening, Menjini say. There's a question on internal security. I know, dear media. The opinion of New York or many different way the issue of strengthening our internal security a major issue because me to me say na me call elections because security for police soldier omo to bomb me oba no be abebo me should you see friend is able commandoti so babesia nipa da se ne tuwe huri ti say aeroplane besine obia himfo asofo ne bia ba wa Ghana habia obia ni wa condemn sa asem no now you penia protect provide sa internal security to protect yourself na me fie
but you fall foul of the anti-vigilante
and also trust the we are ballot box of Vanco Anti-Vigilantism Act, no. A say na ballot boxes go ha. Mayembe we anko. Electoral collation center or ha. Anti-Vigilantism law. Na say translation ni question no. Anti-Vigilantism law say manko fonye gangsters tax. Na yeto aba we are they won't allow political parties to have their reps in collation centers. Is that what the anti-vigilante law says? So if I will empower our party people to make sure, say, you're talking about a ballot box. Untumi nkɔhye collation center. Untumi preventing conform from going to vote. What was it again? Yeah, no. Me, I was part of it. Into to fear. Because they need to provide security. If you do we are not going to report to police. So my investigation. In fact, in a young for it to me a job on your mom. So that one, you must, and I've done it before, 2016, 2020, I did it. Make sure, say, and even, you see, this dates back to even the year 2000, when Kwashi Gandamboche, Odesais and Co were managing the party. As part of the structures for D-Day activities, we had what we call 5 support group at each and every polling station. Support group. Into our honor, polling agents. Sometimes NDC for to be this and Hunupa on Panova Chipalo boss. Nobody call for yesterday a bone call for her. No. And to me, see, cry, no, dear, it should not. So, it should, and no, dear, say, I'm ranting about also strengthening, no protecting ballot box, properties, and persons of our party. Because none is really done anything. Something ha me cry boy e be me no I know there enya dia e be si kra